Captain, it's okay. Captain. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I don't have the energy to do this, anything. So I'm like, let's make a video because it's been 8 days and I didn't want to I try to have a good feng shui. I try to have a good, fun, happy vibe parrot videos, and then I try to have serious vibe parrot videos. And with the excessive amount of screaming today, it is what it is. Like, I'm trying to alternate between heavy reality, honest, not so good vibes, and the fun and the lighthearted and the happy and the cute and the hilarious. You get my point. Whatever. Anyway, today is not that because, and you don't see a bird because my bird has lost his mind, and there's going to be videos, clips. I took clips because I'm serious, like off and on for like 2 hours. All he wanted to do is scream, and all he wanted to do is scream and scream and scream and scream and scream and scream and scream, and I'm just like, stop. But from all the research and the education that I have done and the videos I've watched, you can't just tell a bird to stop. That's not bird world. That's not realistic, where you can train a dog to imitate or do the behavior that you want them to do. It is not the same in birdland. You can't say, knock it off. Actually, it's the opposite. Any attention in bird world is good attention. You know, they're getting a reaction out of you, and that's what they want. So they're going to continue to do whatever they're doing because it gives them any kind of reaction, even if in your sternest voice you're like, knock it off. They don't see that. They say, hey, I'm getting attention. So when the bird screams like this, Captain, baby, it's okay, baby. Why are you so upset? Why are you so upset? Oh, now it's time to dance? Dance, dance, dance. You're so cute. Okay. Exhibit A. Exhibit. My first one. When a bird screams like that, or he screams like this, Captain, please don't eat mommy's bed. Captain, you're making a mess everywhere. Baby. Captain. You generally want to stop talking to the bird. You generally want to ignore that behavior because they foresee that as, I'm getting attention. And eventually, once you get to know your bird, you're going to realize what could potentially the bird be saying? What do they need? What do they want? Captain had snacks this morning. He had food. He has water. I had him out here with me in the kitchen earlier for a couple hours. He was on my bed, which is where these clips took place. I was letting him walk around my bed. You know, there's really the bird needed nothing, but he wanted something. And I couldn't figure out what exactly the bird wanted. So this is what I dealt with off and on for like 2 hours. Captain, don't eat my feet. Don't bite. Yeah. And if you're wondering, you know, why didn't you just hold him? Why didn't you pick him up? Birds, sometimes they just want to be like that. Sometimes they just want to scream. It's in their nature. They're going to scream. That's how they talk to each other. That's just... You could talk for hours and days about why birds make noise, but at the end of the day, that's just what's going to happen. And if you can ignore that, that's amazing. If you can ignore that behavior. And like I said, all these clips is from a 10-ish minute span of time. Like, he was mad. He was mad. And sometimes there's just no calming that down until he calms down. I did manage to calm him down in the end. Here's this. I want to know why you're being so cranky. Why are you being so crazy? Why are you being so crazy? Yeah. Tell mommy. Tell mom. Are you being crazy? Thank you for the kiss. Thank you. Why are you being so crazy? Why are you being so crazy? No comment. But the moral of this video is, again, I would never try to derail anybody from wanting a bird. I would never try to, you know, don't get a bird because I just want you to be filled with 100% certainty and knowledge, and to know that you're going to get yourself potentially into situations that your bird is going to be loud. Now again, all birds are going to make noise and stuff like that, and you might be thinking to yourself, well, my bird never does that. Some birds are quiet. Some birds are hand-fed babies. Some are younger. Some have never been in rescues or abuse or neglect or trauma or things like that. I'm assuming all my birds are rescues, but I would be assuming that given what my bird has been through in the 21-ish years of his life, he'd just be getting mad. He gets vocal. He gets mad. So with all this being said, when you're going to get a bird, just set yourself up for the fact that that bird's going to make noise. And on top of that, think about where you live. The ceiling you see above me, somebody lives there. This is a duplex, a converted church, actually. I live in an old converted church. I have a neighbor above me. you have to really be cautious and wary of where you live, because if you have a bird that makes a tremendous amount of noise, you're going to really be making your neighbors upset. Now again, if you're like, this video doesn't apply to me, I own my own house, I have a huge house with a finished basement, I rent a house, my neighbors are cool, you know, cool, great. And again, I realize that this video doesn't apply to everybody, but I'm just saying for those that it does apply to, make sure in your heart of hearts, if you want a bird, if you can cross your fingers and toes and you get a super well-behaved bird who doesn't scream, like my Quakers, they're quiet. They're rescue birds. They're quiet. Rarely ever do my Quakers get loud. They're very strange little birds. They're very chill. They're very mellow. You wouldn't even know that I had birds if I didn't have my macaw. So again, it all depends. Got them from the same rescue. They're rescue birds too, but they're super quiet. It all depends, but don't go getting yourself into a situation where you're gonna get evicted, or your landlord could potentially hear, you know, noise complaints, things like that. You want to alleviate that before it happens. So like I said, my neighbor above me has never said anything, which is super good. Super amazing. Granted, do I know that he's seen my bird or heard my bird? Yes, for sure. The whole county some days. But anyway, that's the whole moral and spiel of this little video. I have a headache. I wanted to take a nap earlier. And all's my bird wanted to do, like I said, for like off and on for hour and a half-ish or so, is just scream. 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 So with all of that being said, make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you have all your ducks in a row. Make sure you are not the type of person that gets triggered by loud noises. You get triggered by screaming. You get other people angry. Just make sure you get it. Your whole thing is kosher. Me, on the other hand, I've known my neighbor a crazy amount of years. We used to be really good friends. So, I mean, I wasn't concerned about getting another bird. I was hoping that he was calm and quiet like the Quakers. He's not, but, I mean, so far so good, but just do your diligence, because that's when a lot of birds get surrendered to rescues or sold or given up or whatever the case is. This bird's too loud. This bird's too loud. It won't be quiet. I didn't think a bird was going to be this loud. My neighbor complained. I got kicked out. I got a noise violation. My neighbor hates me. Things like that. It's super important for the bird. You know, in a perfect world, you know, people wouldn't need to rehome animals, but at the end of the day, if we can alleviate that potential of that happening by knowing 100% the good and the bad of what can happen, that's what it's all about. So, all right, guys, that's all I got. I just wanted to make a little video because I noticed I hadn't posted in like 8 days, and then this happened today, and all I wanted to do was chill. But there's your video. I promise you the next one will be a fun one and a cute one, because at the end of the day, I would never give my bird up. I love him to death. He's such a character. He's so funny. And in parting, I'll tell you a cute little story that he did yesterday, as a matter of fact. I wanted to give him a toilet paper roll to play with, because he's never played with one. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll see if he likes it. Takes it in his mouth, looks all excited, and I'm like, are you having fun? He looks at me, dead serious, drops the paper towel roll out of his mouth and goes, not anymore. At the end of the day, birds are such characters, and they're so fun. But you just have to know the honest reality that some days are going to be better than others, and that's that. So, with all that being said, I love you, and we'll see you again for more crazy bird adventures. Bye, guys.